how do we work together with both, UN agencies, with the government hand in hand, since you have the active participation here? What has been your experience, both, I know, from an investing lens, of how we could accomplish this in the ground, working with all partners? I know I've asked a really hard question, but I know that you're active in designing and in implementing, and you're actually one of my favorite private sector investors, I have to say. So over to you.
I appreciate it. Is this on?
Yes.
Great. That is a big question. Just for context, I am a private investor. I invest into early stage innovation. So I was actually very excited to hear that, looking for innovation and thinking more methodically about how do we address the inefficiencies and the scarcities in this space with a returns-driven model. This is how I specifically look at it, because I feel like that's the truest alignment around outcome. You threw a lot at me. I should have had more coffee. But when I think about successful ways to strategize around this, when we bring private finance to the table, it's always very helpful, I think, to have a data-driven approach and to look at risk-adjusted returns for outcomes. I think the people who have spoken so far have so thoughtfully highlighted the challenges, but I also think that there's tremendous opportunity in this space, not just for the societal and the environmental and the humanitarian impacts that we would see connected to strengthening women's health, but also economic returns. Historically, we have done research and addressed issues that tend to be much more male-centric. There was a study from NIH not too long ago that said simply by looking at the ways in which women experience strokes and heart attacks, et cetera, just coronary healthcare, there'd be a 9,500% return over 30 years in terms of the economic returns. And so when it comes to bringing in the private sector, I think pulling that kind of information and that kind of alignment is extremely helpful in making sure that when we go back to our LPs, the people placing money with us to say, go serve this capital well, we can say, not only is there a return, but there are also these other ancillary effects.